Because I think when someone says something that's truth, it's almost like already enriched in our souls or something. It's like this beautiful presence of truth. And so in the heart and soul, like resonates. So it just deeply resonated.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel grateful that I can be like a conduit for that. Like it feels like that song is not mine.
Hmm.
It feels like I got the privilege to bring it into this human world. And I feel like that's so much of like the reason why I'm on earth is to like bridge that gap of the divine and the human and to help people feel understood and come together, broaden, deepen empathy. Yeah. But that song, yeah, when it came through is I was stunned. Like I was having the experience myself of like feeling really disconnected
Hmm.
from those around me and those that I loved and just feeling like so alone and isolated. But yeah, the line where like if every lonely person on this earth could come together, we'd make a choir and sing songs to make us feel better. We'd make lonely obsolete so we could fall asleep peacefully. And that's just like that's all I want to do. That's all I want to do on earth is like make us feel less alone, and I feel like music is just such a powerful tool
Hmm.
for that. Like songs like that one, and also singing together as a group, that is so powerful. It actually took me longer to see the impact of like written songs, what written songs impact can have.
Hmm.
It was like really easy for me to see like the impact of people singing together because like scientifically our heartbeats sync when we all harmonize and tone together, like all the endorphins like serotonin, oxytocin gets released, and we just feel connected to those around us that we're singing with. So I'm like, singing together is the key. Like I feel like harmony is first. Harmony invites in peace,
Hmm.
and that's all I want. Like I watched your video and you're like, all I wanted for my birthday was a dog and world peace. And I'm like, same. Like I didn't wish for a dog, I wish for a cat, but I got the cat and all I wish for was world peace.
I love
I'm so
that.
here for that. And it feels like what you're doing, like what I'm doing, what so many people are called to do on earth right now is in the direction of world peace. And we all have our different ways of getting there.
Yes,
And for me and you, like harmony is such a big part of it. It's like the
totally.
name of the game.
It is. And you know what you're sharing about not feeling alone
Hmm.
and then coming together for this vision, it is so inspiring because one of the themes has been people feeling alone and also feeling alone but having that like that wish in their
Hmm.
heart, like that desire, that dream of like
Yeah.
I feel alone in this crazy chaotic place, but yet there's something deep inside of me that knows like a better world is possible
Yeah.
or a better life or whatever it may be that person has deep within them.
Yeah.
And so my curiosity is like for you and your journey, for example, like how did you find that voice and find that connectedness to the world?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. I think like going through the human experience itself. Um, I think singing in choirs, like on in a physical note, was very like in the 3D world was very like transformative for me. Just how I felt when I would leave there, like that was the introduction for me to the power of song, I think. And some artists that helped me feel less alone too. And um, yeah, it's been quite the journey. It's so broad.
It
It's so
is. It's
vast.
so broad. Well, one of the things I'm interested about,
Mhm.
and I mean, you know, our viewers, if you're watching this, some are going to be listening, but if you're watching this, you might already know because it's kind of obvious, but you were a model.
I was.
So
Yeah.
that is really interesting because there's this world,
Hmm.
this like modeling world and
Mm.
fashion and like
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it means in this society. And my curiosity is like, how was it like to go from like this to what you're doing today to
yeah. Mm.
harmonize humanity,
Mm.
to this like world transformation, this like mission,
Mm.
and was there like a pivotal point where there was a shift?
Mm. Okay. Um, Wow, such a journey there. Like being in the modeling world was a whole other thing. I loved it because of being around creative people all the time, and I did it for like 7, 8 years. Got to travel the world with it and just some really great experiences. But also there's the dark side to it as well. Like I started to become just more aware of the impact that fast fashion has on the earth, which is a toughie because it's everywhere. And like I myself am guilty of buying fast fashion stuff, but it's so hard. It's such like our world is so ingrained with plastic and stuff that doesn't decompose, that stays in landfills for thousands of years, which is insane.
Absolutely insane.
Like, how did we get here? But yeah, so I started to become aware of all that. Um,
Also, could we just like pause on that a moment? Because it might sound crazy, but there could be people listening to this that don't even realize that about plastic.
no, for sure.
Like, I don't even know if this is like as common knowledge as we think it is.
Yeah, no,
I
it's true.
think people just think, oh, you recycle. So
Right,
it's recycled, right? It's
right.
taken care of. But we don't realize, like, doesn't matter even if you recycle, like,
Yeah,
plastic is plastic. It's not going anywhere.
yeah,
Like, scientifically, we don't know how to what's the word, like make it smaller, get
yeah,
like basically decompose it,
yeah,
whatever the official word is, but
yeah,
that word
yeah,
like it's just there,
yeah.
which is wild.
I know. The problem is when it's created, not when we buy it. You know, it is when we buy it too, but the problem is definitely not when we throw it out. Like that is the end of the chain.
Yes.
And most people don't even know what fast fashion is, like fast fashion, H&M, like Zara, like all the things that fast fashion meaning just things that are the styles are new every season kind of thing. So like they encourage you to okay, throw it out, next season get a new outfit. And it's yeah, all the microplastics in that and it's just yeah, it's crazy. It's really sad. But it's just and all like the dyes in the fabric. Like we talk about saving the oceans and we don't realize how much of a correlation like our personal actions have on that, you know. And it's also the big corporations, mostly the big corporations, but also I do believe that like all change started from a grassroots place. And from the little I know about astrology, Pluto is in Aquarius for the next 19 years, which means that there's a radical change and revolution in store for us where it's power to the people and systems, top down systems changing. And it's more going to be like reciprocal, like forest. I think the forest is coming back, you know, the ecosystems.
Yes.
So I'm so excited in the direction that it's going.
Yeah. So so in those realizations, like you said,
Yeah.
like about being in fashion, having fast fashion, then having all these like awakenings of like the
Yeah.
impact of these things,
Yeah.
things kind of shifted.
Yeah, yeah. So it was like at the same time as it was, this doesn't feel good in my body anymore. But it was everything that I had known my whole life, meaning like since I was 15. So many, many years. And so it was like it was a big identity shift for me to let go of that because I didn't know what was ahead. I didn't even know that that I would go in the direction of making music at that time. Like now it feels like it's part of my identity, a musician. But at that time it was just like, oh, I like singing, I like going for walks, I like making food, I like drawing, you know. It was just like that didn't emerge until that shift happened